A boy, due to irresolution and self-doubt, unfond of calling himself a man, lives a life of treading just above suffocation. Cursed with unhappiness, he seeks moments of content, yet is robbed of a life of it. They take the shape of a mountain, the reasons for his despondency, only the spike of its peak blessed with a sparkle of snow and hope. Forever he reaches out, asking questions, unaware that nobody is provided answers. He was not born lost more than anyone else was. Perhaps he's just been burdened with the desire to be found, and yet so many criteria for who should find him. For it shall not be God nor his self, but love. Love should find him, answer all his questions, and send flurries of hope down into the valley of his pain. He often wonders what love is, not because he doesn't know it from its starring role in every other human's life, but because in action it mends wounds, topples reins of sorrow, yet in hindsight it blinds and it distracts, allows feeling wonderful about feeling horrible. We are blinded to one another's flaws when we're in love, yet we become blind to our own, like even mirrors are not immune to rose-colored glasses. Sometimes love is a time bomb, tick-tocking away at the speed of your racing heart, a timer that reaches zero when there's an imbalance of who loves who, a slip of a tongue, or a fuck it attitude. Every avenue is another trek up his mountain, speckled with tombstones detailing old mistakes. He wishes he could just fly to the peak rather than trek amongst the dirty gray stones. But it's the arrival at the summit, the cold, the snow, the shiver down his spine. If he's here, on top of the world, there's nothing he can't do. Nothing he can't do to make sure he stays happy. But that's not fair, nor is it sustainable. He must return to sea level. He must descend back to despondency, maybe not because he chose to, or because he had to, but because that's the way these things go. Maybe things just didn't work out. Maybe he's better off alone, or off the mountain, or both. He begins to wonder if his seemingly permanent string of bad luck has nothing to do with what love is, but more to do with what it isn't. It won't cure depression. It will only hint at ingredients like an incomplete list finished beneath a blacklight. Only a sample of a life free from this dark, looming mountain. So what is he to do? Broaden the criteria for who should find him? After all, his definition of love is fairly wide as it is. Or should he be open to finding himself, putting in the work to turn that irresolute boy into a man, trekking up that looming mountain and studying every tombstone he finds? What if he makes a fool of himself? Or drowns himself in what he learns, suffocating beneath the pressure and pain of studying every mistake? But how, he wonders, does one learn if not for this process? When bruised, is healing not the throbbing? When wounded, is ache dissimilar to recovery? Is the knowledge of ignorance not the first step to learning? Is discomfort not the doorstep to growth? So, he treks up the mountain with great care and attention, reading every tombstone as if it were that of an old friend. Once harboring bitterness for every stone monolith, now he is gracious, studious to their painful wisdom. Yes, there is pain in their presence, but there can also be growth. Value, he says, kneeled before a numberless monolith. Earned value is key. Not because it's sad to be without, but because I'd be happy to be with it. He stands and looks to the summit, the sparkle of the snow not muddied by the gray of the painful memories. but it begins to all make sense to him. He cannot keep a future he can't wait to see, separate from a past he can't forget fast enough. They must be one and the same. One must inform the other. He is not only a collection of mistakes or a void of unspent potential. He is not his pain or the love he has to offer or the love he seeks. He is all of these things and more. He is not only the collection of all his atoms and cells, every hair on his head, or every thought in his mind. He is the culmination of these things. He is how these things step into the unknown and take it on with open hands and his heart on his sleeve, because as passionate as he is with his own pain, he's even more so in others. The thought of anyone else cowering beneath a dark looming mountain, it brings him no joy. And so, as he watches his own mountain turn white as snow avalanches from its peak, he sees the gray mixed with the sparkles. He sees his mistakes with new eyes, not ones behind rose-colored glasses, but ones that seek to see not what is and what was, but what could be. Not what love is, not what love isn't, but what love hasn't been. Who it could come from, the novel idea that maybe some of it could come from him. Maybe he would become worthy of loving because he would make himself so, not because love would feel pity for him. And as the past contaminates the future, he watches the world glow. Every little morsel of existence appears to be glad to be there. Maybe it's the man that's glad to be here. Maybe he finally sees worth in himself, and in turn sees worth wherever he goes. He's always loved and trusted others more so than he did himself. But that's beginning to change. Maybe now he can believe that others perceive him with love and respect. Especially now that he's expecting himself to earn it. Maybe he is I. Perhaps he is you, or some stranger on the street. Remember, as much as you are your own twisting, winding story, as is everyone else. Each with their own mountain of guilt and sources of insecurity. As much as it may feel sometimes, you are not alone. Never. Because you will always, always have yourself. And that can be enough, if you make it enough. Love is not about what it is, or what it isn't. It's not about some destination. It's about a journey, a voyage you take with someone you love. And no matter how beautiful or worthy of love your future partner may be, the person you will always take on this journey with you is you. So show that person some love, or the whole thing will suffer for it. Treat yourself with love this year. I will try to do the same.